All right, down in the bottom left. Currently tied 1-1 in this series. We have a new member of StarTale. He is
TricKsteR.
There he is. He's a TricKsteR. A lot of fans in the crowd for this guy.
And his opponent up in the top right, our yellow Terran.
TricKsteR Clide.
A lot of Clide fans as well, taking their blown up things that you bang together when you watch StarCraft. Someone should tweet at FXO Wolf about that. Day 9 made me do it. There's actually a parody song you can look up called Day 9 Made Me Do It on YouTube. Alright, so like I was saying, this map, it's hard to hold a Nexus on against that type of push that we saw. So most likely if TricKsteR sees gas, if he had any intention of fast expanding, he probably won't.
Yeah.
And the reason why it's so hard to hold is because there's that ramp that you can fall back to. You just slowly push bunkers towards it, and only TT1 can hold it off with cannons against Nada in the World Championship. That is the only time you can hold it off if you try to go for a fast expand. Like you were saying, on the other side of the coin, we do see Void Ray all-ins a lot. There's a backdoor rock that you can charge up your Void Ray on.
Yep.
You can go from different entrances. There's a lot of area where you can attack, especially if your opponent walls off like we see Clide doing here. So
It's very
that's
easy
pretty
to
common.
pick off those first supply depots.
Absolutely.
It's very frustrating for the Terran player to actually get any kind of momentum after that because they're supply blocked, they're stuck in their base, they don't know what to do about it.
And not only that, there's two entrances when the rocks go down. It's very, very difficult.
Of course, Clyde seeing what's going on here. No greedy build as of last game.
Clyde made a gas and isn't using it.
Yeah, that's
He mined 48 gas. That's not even enough for a tech lab. What? You mined only 48 gas. And that's not even enough for a tech lab or anything.
He's actually going for a command
I think he wanted to mine just one more time and then make a tech lab while he makes this command center. I think. I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm just sitting here going like,
barracks. Moving that barracks and putting a bunker down in its place. Yeah, that's very interesting. Although we have recently seen a game where we saw someone with 14 harvesters on his gas.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. We cast Epic's Open event. There at the end of the end of the day, 14 workers and gas turns out to be pretty bad for your income. Stargate going up though, and I don't know, unstable. If you try to fast expand versus the Stargate, things can go awry very quickly.
You really want that Viking to be out.
At the very least, he does already have the bunker up, and he's adding more barracks here. He's added his gases as well. When the Viking comes out, that's really when these all-ins kind of get shut down, because if you can take out the Void Ray, there's no more vision. It becomes a lot easier. The Void Ray itself is a very powerful, damaging unit.
Yeah. We do have that probe coming across the map here now for TricKsteR. Are we going to see a Void Ray?
Yeah.
What are we going to see? There it is.
There it is. Adding a third gate here as well. Actually, just the second one. Hasn't added the third one just yet.
Well, he has spent a lot of his resources on it.
Uh-oh, this pylon is being made in the middle of the map right next to a Marine. If this Stalker attacks the Marine, he's going to see it. Oh, well, he sees it anyways.
No, he doesn't. Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, he hasn't
He's
moved
not
his
going to
Marine.
see it.
What?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he really wanted to see that pylon. And he's like, whoa, it's a robotic spare.
Oh, he is making 2 tech labs and a reactor. That's a lot of build time lost for Marines.
Well, that being said, we've got the Robo coming up, so...
Yeah, he's just going to try to pressure here. I don't think he's actually going to try to end the game. He's going to do a lot of damage, though. 2 more Stalkers being warped in. That Void Ray coming in. He's got 3 Stalkers total. Now 4. Clide knows what's going on, though. He's making a second bunker. He's going to lose a depot for sure. That command center is relatively vulnerable as well.
Well, there's only 6 Marines there in total.
Yeah.
Well, and 2 Marauders.
Right, the Marauders don't come into play all that much. You just have to micro your Stalkers around them. And that depot going to go down absolutely like we were saying. And Void Ray's outranged Marines by just 1, so if you hold position the Void Ray in a good spot, you can pick off the Marines. You have to be very careful. See, Clide is now supply blocked. Can't get that second depot, though. That's almost impossible to do. But Clide is now stuck inside of his base. He actually didn't make a factory, so he's going to be stuck here for a while. And now TricKsteR can actually just expand.
Moving that
he pulls the
center
command center back. That's so smart
Yeah.
because if he had just left it there, then TricKsteR could have done all sorts of fun things, which he's going to want to try to do now.
Yep. Needs to be careful not to get too close to that bunker.
This is how
Marines.
you do the Void Ray on. You don't lose anything but shields. The Void Ray getting a little too close, a little overzealous here. Does lose a little bit of hit points.
He's trying to bait the Marines into the
Yeah,
Stalkers,
exactly. This is exactly how you do it. You bait the Marines back into the Stalkers. You don't lose anything more than you have to on your shields. And he's just going to pull back again. Doing a great job. Stim going to finish, though, pretty soon. And when that happens, this is going to kind of stop, or at least he's going to have to stop trying to peck at the Marines. He's still going to contain his opponent. 2 more gates going down. Remember, the Robo is up as well, so he can add a Robotics Bay as soon as he wants to. He's going to try to make that decision. There it is, the Bay. We'll get a shot of it in a second. Going up, this is great play by TricKsteR. Clide playing safe, but is kind of put on the back foot here.
Yeah. Well, the Nexus going down is a really good point here for TricKsteR. Like, you can't just sit there and try and make it work. It works or it doesn't, and if you know it's not going to work, like TricKsteR knows right now, his best option is just to come back.
He's already done enough damage to where it's a good investment. He only made 2 gates. He made the Robo as well, so he could tech up to that fast Colossus.
He's delayed the expansion for Clide and still delaying it. He made his Nexus so much later than Clide, and yet his expansion's up before it.
Exactly, and even though Clide's had that extra command star up with Chrono Boost, he's actually been able to get more workers out, 36 probes to 32 SCVs right now. And this Observer will most likely get scanned. Well, I thought that's what those Marines were going to do. They decided they didn't really mind that much. He's going to pressure here, which can be quite good. He realizes with the factory that there's no force field contained going on.
I think he's seen that pylon too, so...
Yeah, he has. And TricKsteR should be able to defend this relatively easily. A Marauder has been stimmed. He's going to come and take control of this watchtower so that TricKsteR doesn't know exactly how many units are coming. But TricKsteR with sentries with almost full energy, several Stalkers, and this Void Ray back at full shields should be able to defend this relatively easily. But Stim is out. There are drop ships. This is a very vulnerable timing for TricKsteR. He does have that Colossus. Exactly. He's going to have to warp in Zealots here so that Colossus does not get focused down. He's going to have to use great force fields. I'd like to see Clide cheat Crossfire and go around the other side and not try to break down this ramp.
Well, we did throw 1 Marine down there to see what was going on, and Phoenix is on the way as
well.
I
love this. He's going to drop around the other side.
Is he going to take both drop ships?
But 1 Void Ray can really ruin your day if it spots your drop ships, as well as a Phoenix. He knows what's going on. He saw with the Observer. Well, the drop ships are just now going to come over here. He hasn't seen the Void Ray yet. If he gets caught in between the islands, it's going to be very, very bad.
Here we go. No. He's just being very cautious.
He is being extremely cautious. Both players being extremely cautious. This is awesome.
But he has taken Clide here. The gold base.
Now, what TricKsteR has set himself up here to do, he's getting +1 weapons for those ships, the air weapons, is what they call them in Pro Us. Air weapons level 1. He's getting that. And when he gets that, it's going to make it easier to transition to the Phoenix Colossus type composition. That's really good to have if you kind of get an advantage in any way, shape, or form in this matchup. You can just make so many Phoenixes your opponent can never keep up. He hasn't added a second Stargate just yet, though. And you almost don't really need one, but it's better if you have 2.
Yeah.
TricKsteR constantly scouting around the map with observers, probes, making sure that Clide isn't sending any forces. Clide making sure that his opponent doesn't have that bottom right base as he takes that gold. I like Clide's ability to just be aggressive on the map. He's not actually committing to any attacks. He's just moving around, beating his chest, if you will, scaring TricKsteR. Doesn't want to move out quite yet. He doesn't want to get caught in a bad position. More and more Phoenixes coming out. He's up to now 3 Phoenixes, the 4th one on the way. Air weapons level 1 about to finish. Forge coming up here. And this command center at the gold base is actually being made into an orbital, which is relatively risky, but that could really pay off if TricKsteR doesn't notice.
Well, we've seen this Colossus and Phoenix play a lot. As long as you can take out those Marines, we've seen a game very recently, actually.
Yeah, it was on Belcher Beach.
Yeah, Belcher Beach. Yep. He just sits in the base, just lifts up the Marines as they come out, and there's absolutely nothing the Terran can do about it.
Yeah, if you don't have Vikings, I mean, he's trying to get Vikings out now, 2 on the way, but the Phoenix count is always going to be higher because of Chrono Boost. If you have 2 Stargates, if you have 1, it ends up being about even, but 1 Phoenix beats 1 Viking.
And they also soak damage for the Colossus too.
It's ridiculous how good this composition is. If you're a Pro player and you've never tried just Phoenix Colossus, you have to make gateway units as well, but if you have the bulk of your army as Colossi and Phoenixes, they're the core of your army, it's very difficult for a Terran to respond to that. Try it sometime when you're ahead. You can really support 1 Robo and 2 Stargates off of 2 bases if you make a little bit less gateway units. They can also shut down drops completely. Now here they go. Going to go over here and harass some of these SCVs.
Going to get a lot of SCVs, actually.
Yeah, this is not good for Clide. Losing a lot here.
None of his units are anywhere close to defend this. And I think he actually ran out of energy before he had to run away.
Absolutely, man. He had enough for like one more lift.
Yep.
Did force Clide to turn around. Clide in a rough spot here, but remember, guys, he has the gold base, and TricKsteR hasn't scouted that. He hasn't really taken that into account, and he needs to be.
He does have 3 ghosts as well.
Yeah, Ghost, great for Phoenixes. Of course, eliminating the shields is nice, but it also just makes it so they can no longer use their lift ability when they get EMP'd.
Just coming in and just lifting a whole heap of Marauders just gives them, the Colossus, a good chance to go at the very squishy and very weak Marines.
Yeah, Marines are pretty squishy, man. +2 weapons coming out for the Terran army. Vikings trying to chase these Phoenixes, can't keep up with them, though.
Yep.
Right now for TricKsteR, he has no upgrades whatsoever for his ground units, and with Clide having that gold base and the supply starting to get ahead a little bit, I think he's in good shape. Storm is on the way, but TricKsteR investing a lot into this 2-base play.
Yeah.
Hasn't made that Nexus just yet, and he is falling further and further behind. Clide getting better upgrades, getting a larger army. And that's not good, taking a lot of hits on those Phoenixes, but that's the beauty of Phoenixes. You can get away very easily. Shields will recharge.
TricKsteR does have a probe at 9 o'clock and over at the 5 o'clock as well for the bases.
Yeah, he's considering making them. He just hasn't quite decided to do it yet.
I think he just doesn't want to get
And the reason why is because, exactly, Clyde's moving out on the map, and he's like, if I make this Nexus now and he attacks me, I kind of want to have that 400 minerals to fall back on. And Clide expects there to be a base there. He stims, and he's like, oh, wait, you haven't even taken a 3rd base yet, and you don't know about my gold? You're in trouble, man.
Well, TricKsteR's actually supply capped at the moment because that was taken down. We've got more pylons going down for him. Chrono Boost on the Storm.
I'm trying to find out how many Templar he has. He has absolutely no Templar out right now. TricKsteR not playing at his best at this very moment.
He has spotted that gold, though, that the probe just has gone past. I think he was looking for the top left, but still caught a glimpse of that gold.
Yeah, he is going to go and clean that up with some of these Phoenixes.
There is a turret there. I need to be careful. They're lifting up these guys so quickly to lift it up.
Yeah, he just basically ignored the turret. That's what happens sometimes in PvZ as well, where there's a spore there, but you just ignore it.
Yeah.
There's a spore there, but you just don't care. It's a turret there, but you just don't care.
Of course, Clide is maxed out now.
Yep, researching that Mobius reactor so his ghosts come out with more energy. There are a decent amount of Vikings out right now. Viking versus Phoenix count, 10 Vikings to 6 Phoenixes. He actually stopped at 6 Phoenixes. And these Colossi are starting to take some hits. Whoa, that's a lot of hits.
That one Viking getting away barely.
Yeah, man, that Viking actually has 1 hit point left.
There's a lot of ghosts here in the mix now.
Yeah, and that Protoss army, if it engages when Clide's at the top of the ramp, it's going to be very clumped up, so his EMPs are basically just going to cut the hit points of that Protoss army in half.
And right now, this base here for TricKsteR is actually really vulnerable because he's nowhere near ready to defend it, and the scan's actually seen it.
Yeah, and these Templar don't have enough energy. They were just warped in.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like the game on Xel'Naga Fortress where he just storms everything.
No,
and he hasn't even been mining from this base. The probes! Again, TricKsteR. Well, not TricKsteR this time, but Protoss is in their probes, man.
on this map.
On this map.
What is going on today?
This is looking really bad for TricKsteR. He's 30 supply down. One thing I'd be critical of Clide is he's just now taking a 4th base. He has like a bajillion minerals in the bank. He could have done that earlier, but he's just so ahead. Yeah, he could have taken more command centers, added more upgrades. He's actually going to maybe start getting some nukes. He made a 2nd Ghost Academy.
There you go, TricKsteR trying to take the bottom right-hand corner now.
Both of these guys playing very passively. The thing is, Clide can't really drop. There are too many Phoenixes out. It's too much of a liability. And TricKsteR can't really move out, but he's catching up in supply. 2 nukes in production. Ship weapons
Actually,
level 1. 3 nukes. Excuse me. Another one queued up right after I said that. Ship weapons being researched. Uh-oh. These... does save them.
But given the architecture of this map, these 3 nukes are going to come in really handy.
Yeah, so will Storms. This is a really tough spot. Clide didn't assert his advantages quickly enough, I think. And the interesting thing about this map is that AoE units just do so well That's why Banelings do well when they're burrowed on those ramps. And he's going to storm. I love this move in the middle of the map. You guys didn't get a shot of it. He just stormed on top of that army. He just
really
went
wants
for
to
it.
feed back those ghosts, though.
Make an Archon! Oh. Well, I guess it's okay. I mean, at least he got something out of that Templar. Neither player wanting to engage with their opponent has the concave on the other side of the ramp. That's why neither of these guys are fighting.
Oh, here's the nuke, though. It's going to stop him coming across to defend this bottom right-hand corner. He is sending a little squad down here.
That's like a Terran force field, man.
That's a pro!
Oh, that was close, man. Nuking in the same location.
He's got a second one there. Get the probes out. They tried to go back again.
This is great and all, but the problem is he's now allowed TricKsteR to reposition his army.
Yep.
And these Colossi doing a ton of damage. Where are the Vikings? There they are. EMP. EMP Jinx, you owe me a soda. And TricKsteR, he's played in a rough spot, but he's doing it well. When you're behind in supply, you just turtle and max out. Then you can go with your opponent's army. You guys are both maxed, even though you don't have a lot of economy. As long as you don't lose units, you can still play a game.
Yeah, we got another nuke coming down.
On top of the ramp again.
And he just didn't want to engage there as he's pulling the rest of his army back.
Yeah, it's a Terran force field, man.
Yep. TricKsteR trying to get that third base up and running. I think this Marauder might actually win this fight. Yep.
Yep. That's the power of superior upgrades. Marauder has +3, the Stalker only had +2, and only 1 armor, whereas the Marauder had 2 armor. Well, right now, Clide has that base at the north as well. He's scanning all over, just making sure there aren't any hidden bases he doesn't know about, trying to find his opponent's army.
He's actually going to make another one.
Oh, this time he's going to make a sandwich. He's going to trap the army. Exactly, we're both trying to say the same thing. He's trying to trap the army of TricKsteR.
He doesn't have the nukes just yet. They're almost ready.
It's almost ready. If he traps this army, he's going to be able to run into the natural. And TricKsteR realizes what's going on. He does get out in time. Instead, decides to EMP a fair trade.
Oh, he's doing it again.
He's trying to bait the army into the nuke.
Oh, I think it's actually going to work this time.
It's going to work.
No,
he targets the ghost.
And now he's being forced to engage where he doesn't want to. He's got a lot of storms banked up. Storming his own Stalkers.
Yeah, but a lot of these units on very low hit points unstable. Yeah. TricKsteR pushing forward here, taking the middle of the map. He has secured that bottom right base as well. A lot of his army's there, actually. And he's cleaning up a lot of these units. His upgrade's starting to catch up. Another nuke being launched at the natural, or the third base, and he has no answer for this. He has to pull his probes.
But he can just keep nuking that over and over again.
Exactly.
Right now.
These Vikings have +2, or they're about to. I don't know what they're...
He really needs just... Oh, nice storms going down on the Vikings. He's just trying to find a way.
We didn't get a shot of it at the bottom right base. The Nexus was nuked, but there were no probes there. It has taken a lot of damage, though. Clide kind of in trouble here. He's in an awkward spot.
There's SCVs at the front. Storms going down everywhere.
Vikings not firing. They're too scared of the storms.
There's a lot of Marauders coming down the ramp as reinforcements. The Colossus are going to drop. Needs to drop those Vikings this time.
Yeah, this is the time to drop the Vikings. The Vikings trying to chase here, and they do not drop in time. TricKsteR falling a little bit behind in supply. This is an intense game, Unstable. Now, TricKsteR is taking his own gold base now. Meanwhile, Clide has taken another base. So, income for these guys. Clide a little bit in the lead, but again, the army is very similar in sizes. A lot of Clide's army very low on hit points. He has a lot of Vikings in his composition. They have +2.
Now keep in mind that TricKsteR also left 2 Colossus and quite a few units down at that bottom right-hand corner when he tried to just chase Clide all the way up to that.
Yeah, there were like 3 Colossi there and 2 High Templar with full energy just kind of chilling. If he had those, that could have gone a little bit differently.
Looks like Clide trying to be aggressive yet again. He's got that Observer just seeing exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, but that Observer almost ran into a missile turret. Lucky Observer there. 2 more ghosts in production.
Interestingly
enough, those are actually his only 2 ghosts he's going to have out right now, actually.
Yeah. Both players are actually down to 2 mining bases apiece here.
Yeah, Clide has taken another base. He's just not quite using it for some reason.
Well, he did lose a lot of SCVs in that engagement where he just saved himself from being taken out of the game. So
right now, upgrade-wise, 2-3 upgrades for the Terran, and for the Protoss, it's at 2-2. So you know, Clide, he needs to start getting some more upgrades. He needs to get 3 on both his armor and his weapons. 3 is about a third of the way done for the armor of Clide. That's going to make a huge difference.
Oh, there's another nuke.
Trying to find it. There it is. Okay. And he's going to try to bait the units up here. TricKsteR, though, he's pretty smart. I don't think he's going to walk into it. Almost walks into it.
The upside for TricKsteR is in that base, he does have 2 entrances, so he still can defend it. But I really like how Clide is using these nukes just to bait him out and cut off reinforcements.
Well, this is going to be a tough engagement for Clide.
There's no, where are the Templars? They're
Here they
behind a little
come.
bit. Storm's going down on all these units, pulling back here for Clide, and EMP goes down as well.
The power of the Cloaked Ghost is strong.
Snipes going down for the Zealots, but this Viking count is getting very low. Oh, there's another nuke
again. It's going to force the army away. This is the perfect nuke.
No! TricKsteR, wrong way. Oh, he got the actual
He stormed on top of the Ghost, did kill it. He's going for it. He actually may crush the army of Clide here.
Yes.
This is looking really good for TricKsteR.
The reinforcements for Clide, there's a lot in production, but he just can't really do anything about it right now.
Yeah, he can't reinforce very quickly. Beautiful EMP on top of TricKsteR's army. The Zealots have to retreat. Clide doing a great job in scrappy circumstances here. The same can be said of
chase him down
TricKsteR.
now because a lot of these units are on low health.
Yeah, this is very scary for Clide. And the Colossi doing so much damage.
Just instantly splitting all there because those storms are just so many storms.
They're rampant, man. Those storms are rampant. +3 armor just finishing up for Clide. He's got 3-3. TricKsteR just now researching charge. What?
He just hasn't had the income though. He's been stuck on these bases, he's been stuck on 2 bases the entire game. Clide has done an amazing job of stopping all these expansions coming up, cutting off the reinforcement path, just sending like a 5 or 6 Marauders to go and kill it while he just buys time.
Absolutely. 4 Ghosts in production right now. No more nukes as far as I can tell. I'm actually going to check that unit tab. There is 1 nuke in play right now. Charge finishing up. Clide not controlling the map as well as he would have liked to.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him actually maybe... It's tough to make that transition now, but I'd like to see him maybe add some siege tanks into the mix. Because he can use the map terrain. He's just basically he's falling here because he can't use the map terrain like the Colossi and the Storms can.
Yeah, he's trying to scan for those observers to try and get a good EMP off on those Templars. There goes another nuke.
Yeah, this nuke actually in a pretty nice spot as well. He's just trying to slowly push his advantages into this base of TricKsteR.
2 more nukes in production as well. But the SCV.
Yeah, one of his SCVs did go down.
Yeah. But Clide had an advantage in the early game because he had that gold base then.
Well, here's something I bet no one's thought about. After all these nukes go down, I just unplugged my mic. All right, after all these nukes go down, what's going to happen to the ecosystem on this map? There's a lot of radiation going on here. Those bio units are going to have to deal with that.
Oh, he's coming up. He needs to get that observer. Oh, he's going to save the Ghost.
Uh-oh, this is looking really scary. He's trying to target down the Nexus.
Whoa, lost a lot of his own units there, but TricKsteR doing a really good job of just staying
TricKsteR just being patient. He's just being patient. A lot of this strategy...
Oh, you got Ghost going in him. No, he's dropping him back again. Another nuke going down. I think he just wants to kill the Nexus.
Yeah, he's slowly doing it. He's slowly getting that Nexus's health down. TricKsteR needs to make something happen soon.
Oh, nice feedback.
Feedbacks and snipes, a little Ghost versus Templar battle there. The Nexus is going to take like 5 more nukes to kill, but it is slowly starting to lose its shields.
Well, he doesn't have any nukes left at the moment.
TricKsteR finally starting to get +3 weapons. I don't know what he was waiting on.
He does have...
Whoa. Ghost getting caught here, and TricKsteR looks like he's going to go for it. But all of his Templar are at the back. There are no Storms. This is a bad choice. There goes the Storms. Wow, this is intense, unstable. This is one of the closest games I've ever watched. Clide losing a lot of units.
He's only got 1 Storm left, though. But the Colossus, there's nothing to deal with. The Colossus for Clide, he's only got 2
Vikings
backing up. You can see in production, he's got another nuke. He just wants to buy time to get those units up. He's got a nice concave at the top of the ramp.
Yeah, he needs to engage now. Here he goes. TricKsteR shouldn't engage this as Zealot's taking too many hits.
Yeah, the Colossus were too far behind there. A nice EMP goes down.
Uh-oh, this is bad for TricKsteR.
He's just going to chase him down if he wants to. The Colossus are too far at the front. There's another Storm.
He just doesn't have enough energy to stim again.
Oh, he's actually got the High Templar. The Storm does go down, though.
This is crazy, man. This is Crossfire. Crossfire is like this, man. You just can't fight in certain places. You're crushing a battle. battle, then you walk up a ramp, and then you can't fight anymore. You have to turn around.
There's only 3 medivacs. He's done so much recently in the Storms as well. It's going to take him like 5 minutes to regenerate all those units. And it's...
Oh, this is a great move by TricKsteR. He's going to target down this planetary. And it's being repaired very well, but it will eventually fall. But a nuke goes down.
Behind it.
TricKsteR might be trapped here.
I don't think he's noticing. Getting the Colossus though, pulling back. Is he going to chase him?
Oh.
Don't chase him.
Oh, man. Those units are trapped. Clide may try to assert his advantage now that these units are trapped, but the nuke does fall. He's going to back up again. Like you were saying, these medevacs that are out have no energy. All of Clide's units less than 50 hit points left. Yeah. Storms, Colossi, devastating. My voice is dying unstable. This is too much.
Lots more Templars coming in now as well. TricKsteR is 25 supply up, but that was... He's only down to 1 mining base. He cannot take... Oh, actually, yes, he can. He's lifting that orbital from the gold.
He's taking TricKsteR's old base, man.
And no, TricKsteR's taking his old base too.
Yeah, they're both trading bases. It's a different kind of base trade. That SCV sees what's going on.
They're going to see a mind out.
These medevacs, if you feedback them, nothing would happen. They don't have any energy. They're just dead weight at this point.
But now, because Clide lost that base, he just doesn't have the resources to keep up. We're looking at a big supply deficit now, and there was so many Templars being warped in. If we look at the units tab, there is 6 Templars, all of them gaining energy this whole time.
SCV count, 25 SCVs and 49 probes. He does have mules. He's long distance mining the gold right now. He's just... It's going to become a tough spot for these guys, but TricKsteR taking a huge supply lead. +3 armor finally on the way for this guy. He has been behind on upgrades for a while. He's starting to get those out, though. Clyde in a tough spot.
He's actually almost mined out at the top left as well.
Yeah, if you look at Clyde's army, a lot of it's like if you took the supply of his army and cut it in half, that's really what his supply really is, because his army's so low. Trying to engage here, losing some Marauders. He can't afford to lose those right now.
He really wants the Templars, does get one, not really as effective as he'd want to.
Yeah, he's going to actually have to do some crazy stuff with nukes to get back into this one.
He doesn't have any nukes, though.
He doesn't have any nukes. He's going to engage in a better position, though. This is Crossfire, man.
Sometimes he needs to be careful going up that ramp.
No one wants to go up or down a ramp on this map.
There's way too many Colossus.
Oh no, that might be the fatal storm unstable. Yep. TricKsteR can just go for it now. He's going to. Clide is out of units.
No, there's too many Colossus. GG!
That's it, man. Woo. That was an awesome game. Crossfire, a map where the middle of the map, and there's so many ramps, you never want to engage up a ramp, so you have one player push someone back to a ramp, and then he has to fall back, then he retreats, and then you trade, and Clide, very disappointed with how that game went, but don't worry, Clide, we'll see you again, and you did very well today.
Absolutely. Like, that game was amazing, and
he
should not feel bad about
too many Vikings at one point. He was really committing on those because on Crossfire, Colossi rule because of those ramps I was talking about. AoE is so strong, Storm's strong as well. So we got +2 weapons on those Vikings. He really committed to the Vikings, and for a time, TricKsteR slowed down on the Colossus production. Then we saw a lot of fights where all the Vikings were just there but not doing anything.
They just kept getting stormed. Like he was trying to get at the Colossus, which were back at the army. And what he did is he'd move forward and then pull back, and the Templars came in because he was trying to chase the army down, get as much damage as he could, and the storms came down straight away.
This is a great game to watch if you're a pros player and you don't know what to do and you're behind, because TricKsteR played this whole game from behind.
Yep.
He was down on bases, and
he lost that
just turtled
third a lot of times as well.
He turtled and maxed out. And if you have max out versus max out, if you have good micro and good control, then you can slowly start to expand. Great job. TricKsteR walks by the crowd, gives him some applause, gives him some thumbs up. He played really well. I have to say, though, Clyde did as well. It was a great series, a great best of 3. Recommend it to your friends. Go to m.gomtv.net to watch it if you're on your smartphone. Tell your friends you have a smartphone. They're like, dude, I was at work. I missed that game. It's like, well, if you're on the subway on the way home, you might want to just like unlock your iPhone and go to m.gomtv.net and watch it.
Absolutely. So, I don't know. We need time to recover after that game.
Yeah, we are going to take a 5-minute break. I need it. But it's been awesome. Follow GomTV on Twitter. Follow FXO Wolf. Follow FXO Unstable. Call me Tasteless and Artosis. Follow them as well. Hashtag GSL when you tweet about it. Talk about nukes. They're awesome. Talk about TricKsteR. He's awesome. TricKsteR and Clyde both have Twitters. I don't know what they are, but I'm sure if you look it through Tasteless's tweets, you'll find them somewhere there, or if you look in your suggestions, you'll see them. Let's take a 5-minute break. See you guys when we get back.